Hey, this is Artie Astor from B Sharp and C. So today I'm not going to do a cold reaction to something. Um, I want to actually do what B Sharp and C was meant to do, which is introduce to everybody some artists, bands, musicians that I think are kind of obscure that I think other people would really like. And I'm going to do that today with the artist Tony Joe White. Listen to one of his songs, maybe do like a little bit of a breakdown of the song, but nothing too serious. Oh, and don't forget, my latest single is going to pop up right about there in the upper right hand corner. So, yeah, that's my new single. So listen to it if you want. If you don't, then don't. But what I'm going to do today is talk a little bit about this artist here. Let me pull him up. And only because I go to great lengths to try to discover different artists. This is Tony Joe White. He doesn't have like this super huge following. He's no longer with us. He died in, I think, 2018. Um, he's written music that Tina Turner has worked on. Well, you know what? It was Tina Turner. She might have walked on the music as well. Um, and I believe he even collaborated with Elvis Presley. Like he's been around for a while. Hold on a second. Tony, this is his Wikipedia page. It's a crime that this is his Wikipedia page. To me, that's a crime. I just think he was so much more than two paragraphs, right? Tony Joe White was an American singer, songwriter, and guitarist. He was born in Oak Grove, West Carroll Parish, Louisiana. White was best known for his 1969 hit, Polk Salad Annie, and for Rainy Night in Georgia, which he wrote but was first made popular by Brooke Benton in 1970. He also wrote Steamy Windows and Undercover Agent for the Blues, both hits for Tina Turner. In 1989, Polk Salad Annie was also recorded by Elvis Presley and Tom Jones. White died of a heart attack in Nashville, Tennessee. Uh, in October 24th, 2018, at the age of 75. And I don't know why I get all sad when I read about stuff like that, you know. Um, I'm going to listen to one of his songs, and I want to point out something that I think is really great with Tony Joe White's music. There's no need for me to have anything up, so it's just going to be my stupid face. So hopefully you can deal with looking at that for a little while. I will stop the song from time to time because I feel as though it's important for me to explain what it is that drew me to the song. I will put the link down in the description for your own enjoyment if you want to go in and listen to the song without my stupid interruptions afterwards. But I'm going to go ahead and put the song on. This is the song called Ain't Going Down This Time. In this song, and if you're a songwriter, you'll understand this. In this song, he utilizes the flat six, flat seven, one, progression really well, and he does it in different ways. So the whole song centers around just a three-chord change, but yet it's done differently so many times that you actually don't know. And a chord progression, and I've always said this, and I try to implement this in my songwriting too. A chord progression can sound different. If you sing, instead of singing the root note, you sing the fifth, or you sing the third, or the flat third, right? Or you don't sing on the second chord of the progression, but then only sing on the third. So all of a sudden, you're hearing the same chord progression done after that, but you're singing over all of the chords, and it sounds like a different chord progression because the first time you heard it, there was no singing taking place over a chord. And I'll show you what I mean. And this is something that I think that Tony Joe White um, does really nice. And there's a warning here, okay? His voice is awesome. This is one of the singers that, in my opinion, one of the best singers who has a very low, I don't know if you would call it a baritone voice. I don't have that kind of pitch, like that kind of range or that understanding of how it works, but it's either a low tenor or a baritone. Listen to his voice. This is the song Ain't Going Down This Time by Tony Joe White. In B minor. Now this is all just B minor right here. But then the song starts. Ready?
I've been laying low, living in the shadows, spending time alone, conversations with the wall, hanging on. Just trying to matter, and I remain trying to make some sense of it all. I've been here before, I'm familiar with the pain, but I ain't running no more. There's one change. Ain't going down this time. This time I ain't going down.
Tell me that's just not absolutely fantastic. Now I'm going to go back to the beginning and just like show you why I think this song is just masterful. It starts off, from what I understand, this is all B minor. I don't think there's any chord changes right here. B minor, and even right here when it starts, it's all B minor. Yeah, it's all B minor. B minor. 4 bars of B minor. Now, B minor. Ready? Flat 6, flat 7, 1. 4. Back to 1. And then. Yep. Flat 6, flat 7, 1.
And I remain trying to make some sense of it all.
Okay. Now. Major 5th.
Ain't going down this time. This time I ain't going down.
So this is a very interesting song. It gives the illusion of a lot of chord changes because he does the flat 6, flat 7, 1 in between what is basically considered blues progressions, because he does 1, 4, 1, 4, and then he does 1, 5, and then back to 1, right? And the 5 is the major 5th, the F sharp, or the G flat in this case. Wait, no, the F sharp. We're in the key of B minor, so the F sharp major, right? And then so to me, he's taken a blues construct of a song, and then in certain points, he just did flat 6, flat 7, 1 so many times. And it just adds so much. He does it differently every time. So I'm going to go back to the beginning again. And just, I know this is going to get tiring, but just check this out. Let me see if I can make this comfortable here, because my hand keeps on hitting the thing. Maybe that's better. This is all B minor. 4 measures of just B minor. Okay, ready?
I've been laying low, living in the shadows.
So what does he do right there? He doesn't sing over the G. I've been laying low. Sings over the B minor and then been laying. He starts singing after he hits the G, so it sounds like it's coming in after. Ready? Listen.
I've been laying low, living in the shadow.
So he doesn't sing it all over the G, right? Over the flat six.
I've been laying low, living in the shadow.
So there's one instance of flat six, flat seven, one, and he doesn't sing over the flat six. He starts over the flat seven, and then he goes to the four after this, which is interesting because that's blues, right? 1, 4, and then the 1, 5, right? So he goes to the 4.
Spending time,
That's the 4. Back to the 1.
conversations with the one, hanging on. I'm just trying to matter.
So he goes back to the flat six, flat seven, 1 right there, and listen to how he comes in with his vocals.
Hanging on. I'm just trying to matter.
Same thing. He really doesn't sing over the flat six. He sings over the flat seven, right? So it gives the impression that it's a chord progression, but he's not singing over the flat six. But listen.
And I remain
4 again.
trying to make some sense.
But now listen to what he did. So he does the 4 again. So it's 1, flat six, flat seven, 1, right? Then the 4, then the 1, then flat six, flat seven, 1, right? Then the 4, then flat six, flat seven, 1. And interestingly, he does sing over the flat six in this one.
I'm just trying to matter. And I remain trying to make some sense of it all.
He does sing over the flat six there. And then
I've been here before. I'm familiar with the pain. But I ain't running no more. That's one thing.
there's the 5th.
Ain't going down.
So now, for like a chorus, he does do flat six, flat seven, 1, flat six, flat seven, major 5, which that 5th really kind of ties in that blues feel, you know, and then it resolves back to 1 after that. But he sings over the flat 6 and the flat 7 this time, and he holds them longer. He holds them twice as long. So instead of like half a measure, he holds the flat 6 for a full measure. You know, so let's listen.
I've been here before.
Hold on, that's the beginning of
I
it.
remain trying to make some sense of it all. I've been here before. I'm familiar with the pain. But I ain't running no more. That's one thing. Ain't going down this time.
So real quick, what did he do? He went back to flat 6, flat 7, 1, but instead of just doing it in the verses, he makes it his chorus, and instead of holding it for a half a measure, he holds the flat 6 for a whole measure, holds the flat 7 for a whole measure, plays the 1 for a whole measure, and then does flat 6 for a whole measure. Oh, actually, he does the 1 for 2 measures. Then he does the flat 6 again for 1 measure, flat 7 again for another measure, and then he lands on that major 5th and stays there, creates the tension before he goes back to the root. That is essentially the whole entire song. So it's 1 4 1 4 1 4 1 5 1 with flat 6 flat 7 1 interlaced without that, and played differently, sometimes singing over the flat six, sometimes not, sometimes playing the flat six and the flat seven for a half a measure, sometimes playing it for a whole measure. But it is a blues construct with flat six, flat seven, one stuck right in the middle of there and different places. Did he do that on purpose? Probably.
Ain't going down this time.
Start over.
This time I ain't going down.
I love the sax.
Like an undertow, I feel the promise of the nighttime. But I've been down that
And he doesn't do it here.
and my search came to an end.
I think that's perfect.
I hit the mother lode. Enough blues for a lifetime. Now I'm digging deep inside, trying to find my way back again.
It's masterful.
You know you've entered the danger zone.
Flat
When
six,
you look in the eyes,
flat
and
seven,
there's no one home.
major fifth.
Ain't going down this time. This time I ain't going down. Deep in the night, and I miss a woman's touch. The fire burns strong, and I'm drawn to the flame. But I pay the price
Is this a baritone?
when I get caught up in the heartbeat.
Maybe it's a low tenor.
And
Keyboard.
passion flows unrestrained.
Flat six,
No one left to blame.
flat seven,
I'm faced with the truth.
one,
Oh, yeah. And it's all to blame when there's nothing left to lose. I ain't going down this time. This time I ain't going down.
the Hammond organ coming in. It's such a good construct. That's a tenor sax. Ain't no one make a sax, an alto sound like that. And that sounded like it could have been a B3 too, just at a higher range. So there you have it, man. Tony Joe White. I'll put the link for the song down below. He's one of those musicians who I feel will never be recognized for the true talent that he has. But you know, I've been around long enough, and I've been listening to music long enough, like all y'all in you know who are watching. There are so many musicians out there, so many bands out there that don't get international recognition, that aren't all over the radio, that are so much more talented than the stuff that makes it popular. No one really knows what makes someone popular. And yes, looks can help. You know, it's certainly, I mean, if Dua Lipa was another 110 pounds and I don't know, what didn't have a pretty face, Yeah, there's a gigantic chance she wouldn't have been as famous as she is now, you know? But then again, at the same time, there are artists out there who don't have any, sex appeal or any looks, but they make it absolutely huge, and a lot of it is for raw talent, you know. People do get known for raw talent, but interestingly, there are people out there who have way more raw talent. Like Ed Sheeran is a good example. I think Ed Sheeran is an extremely talented person, and I'm very happy Ed Sheeran has the recognition that he has, you know. Um, but I wouldn't say he's this wonderfully beautiful human man that every woman looks at and just drops to their knees, you know. He's famous for the reasons that he's famous, and I mean his first few albums, like his when he first came on the scene, I actually think that his music was really really good, and I think I would like to think that that's one of the reasons why he made it so big is simply because of his amazing talent and his amazing songwriting. But who knows why he got famous for that and other people didn't? Because I think there are way more musicians out there who are just, in my opinion, better than Ed Sheeran, and who even do have the appeal that people are looking for, but yet they're not famous. I know personally many vocalists who they write good music, they put out good music, they have absolutely everything as far as looks are concerned, and they're still struggling to get recognition for the talent that they have, and they're out there, and music for them is a tough job, and they're not giving up, and they're working hard. I feel like Tony Joe White, he obviously had a career in music. He had worked with Tina Turner, and he even wrote a song that Elvis himself did. But I feel like his talents were so much more than that. I mean, his Wikipedia page is like this big. And not that a Wikipedia page defines who you are, because it certainly doesn't. It's just that in the mainstream, he really wasn't that big. And I don't know. I think in my mind, I think he definitely could have been a lot bigger. Kind of like Snowy White. If you all know who Snowy White is, maybe you'll do an episode about him. I don't know. Let me know. Put in the comment section, put down an artist or a band that in your mind should have been absolutely huge, but who never really made it to the mainstream. I would love to hear your opinion on that. Don't forget to listen to my new smash single, as it pops up on the screen somewhere. But that's it. This is Artie Astor from B Sharp and C. Take it easy.